Welcome to an episode of You Love Comic Books. This YouTube show showcases my recent comic book hauls, comic speculations, and stuff from my collection. Alright, I have an awesome haul for you. This one's a quick one. This is from a store that's having a sale, and everything under 20 bucks is half off, including a dollar bin. So the dollar bins are 50 cents. It's a lot of great stuff I found here. So before I get into this amazing haul, do me a favor, smash that like button. It helps with that algorithm. More people will see the video then. Leave a comment if you have any questions, what you see, like you see, whatever. If you've been watching these videos or just like comic book haul videos in general, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Smash that bell for notifications. All right, let's get into this. So right out the gate, we'll start with, I was going through their bins and like over the weeks, because they're going to be moving their store, over the weeks, they been like downsizing, putting a lot of stuff in dollar bins. So, and they have the sale going on. So really these dollar bins are 50 cents bins. And so I've been finding some pretty cool stuff. And I don't know if you guys remember the series Image United. It was a big event. It went nowhere. Hey, I'll start with this one. It went nowhere. It was. It ended up being only 3 issues. It was supposed to be a 6-issue series plus like a tie-in or 2 that would have had Invincible involved. Basically, every artist from Image, from the original founding fathers or whatever, were gonna do like they drew their part in it, and it just fell apart. I don't know what happened to it. But the series just petered out after issue 3, so we'll never know what happens with any of these characters. I think McFarlane kind of, because they introduce you like the Hellspawn or whatever it is. There was like a storyline where basically this is like the return of Al Simmons, and he's like the demo spawn. I don't know, it's like a new character. That was like the big hook for the series. All right, so let's just get into this. So this is issue 1. This is a Rob Liefeld variant. That's cool. Now, these are pretty crazy. This is issue 2. I didn't even realize it when I was picking them up. And I'm assuming they're done by the respected artist, so I think that's a McFarlane. So these all connect. There were 6 variants, and that's not all the variants. I'll just let you know. As you can see, look. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah. Wait. Now, right here. There we go. I mean, so these were all 50 cents each, so it was $3 for these 6 issues, so that's not bad. It's the same comic. I looked this up, though. This had a last sold for the 6 copies here, the 6 variants, connecting covers, $75. So that's pretty cool. Not bad. All right, this was pretty cool to find in, dollar bin / 50-cent bin. Marvel Feature presents Astonishing Ant-Man #6. It's in like high-low grade. I don't know, you're like a low-mid grade or whatever you want to call it. That's pretty cool. Bronze Age Ant-Man. Ant-Man has this series for a couple of issues until it becomes, I don't know, it becomes kind of like a Thing comic for a while, and then they ended up like, did it become something else after that? I think it ends up becoming Marvel 2-in-1. I don't know. That's cool, though. This was cool. I'm going to give this to my kid. He likes Iron Maiden a lot. So Iron Maiden in color, rejected by the Comic Code. What year is this from? It's 10-ton press. It looks older on the cover than it is. It's from 2024. So this isn't even that old. It looks old. It looks like an older book, doesn't it? That's kind of funny. Taking it out of the bag, though, feeling the paper and all that. And obviously the ad on the back looks more modern. So that's cool, though. All right, here's some more from the $1.50 bin or whatever. So Grommets #5. I've just been kind of knocking this out, the Grommet series. I want to read it. I've been finding them in like dollar bins and stuff here and there. I think I'm missing like issue 3 and 4 or something. So I'm sure I'll find those soon. Incredible Hulk #35. This is when the Bruce Jones takes over the series. I don't know if it was issue 30 or 34. This might be the 2nd issue of that. That's pretty cool. This is really awesome to find for just $1. I mean, this thing's in nice condition. I mean, it's not one of the expensive issues of Secret Wars, but it's not like a 50-cent book, And this thing's in really nice condition. I mean, I would definitely say it's like a near mint minus at least. I don't know. I mean, it's got one little spine tick. Like, who cares? But yeah, I was shocked to see this in here for, that's awesome. Cool. Let's Let's keep going. But yeah, that's cool. Secret Wars number 12, the finale. Look, it's Robert Downey Jr. This is pretty cool. So sometimes like Marvel Tales are really good to pick up, especially if it's like a key issue in the series. So like Marvel Tales 77, this starts off that storyline. It takes place actually in like Amazing Spider-Man like 97 or 96, where it has to do with drugs. And Stanley took off the Comic Code Authority. It's funny, it's on there now, but like back then, like, I mean, this is only like, what, 9 years later, maybe? It was like the late 60s, early 70s when they did this storyline. And it was, you know, they wanted to do about drugs or something, so they removed the comic code. That was like a big deal. And then this one's a good one. This one's in better condition, and this is a reprint of, I guess, 97 or 98, 97. Yeah, so this reprint's 96, Marvel Tales, and this reprint's 97. And these do have a bit of value. Like, I see, like, sell for 10 to 20 bucks each for these issues. So that's pretty cool. And, you know, it's got pretty much almost the same cover. They changed it around a bit, but... Okay. Before I finish, I have a couple... So those were all the Dollobin books. So, I mean, in theory, I got... Let's see. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. So that would be $7 for those. Not bad. All right. I was at a Ross. 2 different Rosses. This is around that time of year. Getting close to Christmas. And believe it or not, this year just flew by. And... you know, you start seeing a lot of cool toys show up. And this year has been some good stuff. So here's this glow-in-the-dark NECA Frankenstein. I've only seen the Wolfman one at Ross. And I really only wanted Frankenstein. These were at Target like last year or 2 years ago for Halloween. I just thought these were really sick. The bubble card. And I guess they glow in the dark. I haven't tested it yet. Let's find out. Hold on. Let's find out if this glows in the dark. Oh, look at that. Eee. Let's turn back the lights on. So he does glow in the dark a little bit. That's pretty cool. That was $11.99. And then this one I found today for $7.99. My queen, Deidre Miro. This babe. She is one of the Imperials from Andor, season 1 and 2. I would say this is a really good figure, actually. This is like one of the better like face sculpts. Like, it really captures her. She's just like, you know, she's got permanent Imperial face, you know what I mean? And it was $7.99, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's finish that haul. Is this the, you know, I was trying to find, there's been like other toys that like people have been seeing at Ross, and I haven't seen them yet, or if they have, they've been taken already, so who knows. But happy to get Deidre and Frankenstein. In a way, she could be the bride of Frankenstein in some way. All right, that's enough of that. All right, let's finish this. So here's some non-Dollobin books, but these were really good prices, and you know they were half off. So this was half off the. They just told me it was half off the retail, so it was $2.90. It was $3. That's pretty cool. I looked this up. This is a wraparound cover. It kind of looks like the Dolph. It looks like they're trying to sneak in the Dolph Lundgren He-Man a bit. And is it supposed to be that? No. It just has that vibe. Looks like very 80s-ish and everything. But and again, He-Man is also very 80-ish, 80s-ish. This is pretty cool. I'll look this up. This is a Neil Adams cover. I think this was like a toy exclusive, like a comic came with the toys or video, whatever, from the 2000 series. This one's really good. So that has like a $10 to $20 value. This one in a high grade. Actually, I didn't even look at this one. I'll take out. This reprints the first He-Man appearance in, what was that? DC series that Superman teams up. It was basically a Marvel team up for DC, and He-Man first appears, I think, in issue 27 of that series. Well, this basically reprints that, and I looked this up. So this is a really nice condition copy. I don't think it's a 9.8. It's not a 9.8. I mean, it could get pressed down, but it's not. But 9.8 fetched like over $200. This one I saw raw fetched 30, so that's pretty cool. So that's a cool get for just $2. All right, we got 2 more left, guys. Put this back. All right. That's pretty cool, too, that Neal Adams cut. Is it Neal Adams? Yeah, right? Is that Neal Adams? Looks like his signature. All right, this is pretty cool. I've had this before, but I figured I'd get it again. Masters of the Universe #1. This was priced, they had this just for cover price, so it was $1.50, $2.95. This is an awesome J. Scott Campbell cover. But the key significance of this book, there's the back. That's really cool. Him drawing all the characters and Evelyn and Tila. So that's really cool. This also is the first. It's not, I don't think this appears first, so it's not, I think the Savage Dragon one might be worth the most because I think it first appears in that one before the series came out. The series might be out already at this point, but it still fetches anywhere from like 15 to 30 bucks. Invincible preview, so this previewed Invincible #1, so that's really cool in this book. So just something to keep in mind if you're ever looking for Master Universe #1 from Image, that it has a Invincible preview in there. So that's pretty cool. And then the last book of this haul, Incredible Hulk Countdown 367. They priced it at 16, but it was actually 8. The only reason why I picked it up, one, it's first Dale Keown on Hulk. I remember this storyline as a kid. I was really psyched about this. You had to wait 4 long months to read this storyline, and it was really cool. It had a nice, satisfying ending. But why did I pick this up? Because it's a Mark Jewelers. That's right. That's pretty awesome. Got myself a Mark Jewelers. So, yeah. I would say this is a pretty cool haul. Didn't spend much. I honestly, I think I don't know what they charged me in the end. It was a lot cheaper than I even thought it was going to be. I think I paid like less than 20 for everything. I don't know. Hey, I just hand the money, So that's really cool. I think these are amazing gets. This dollar bin stuff is a pretty, or 50-cent bin, are really good grabs. This, obviously that's cool. Carrie Andrews cover. This Grommets. I want to finish reading that. That's pretty cool. This Iron Maiden. And then these like Image United book covers. That's really awesome. So yeah, this was an awesome haul. So do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Also, Deidre. Permanent Imperial face. That's a funny joke. You could use that with you impress your friends with that joke. Yeah, so this was an awesome haul. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button. Leave a comment. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that bell for notifications. You're going to see check out the links in all my YouTube videos. One, for my Instagram, where I show stuff from the hauls and stuff from the my collection, and also check out the links in all my videos for my eBay, where I sell comics, trades, toys, video games, vintage tees, records, etc., and more. You guys see a previous video here. You guys see a previous video there. You guys smash the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.